Welcome to the next video. I want to talk about Tucker Carlson and the way he presents the news. He frequently presents it in a propagandistic way. Okay, now let me explain. He will paint the liberal media and Democrats in a very negative light. Sometimes his arguments do have nuggets of truth. I'll grant him that. But what he does is he strawmans his opponent, turns it into something it is not, and then crucifies that image in his portrayal. And a lot of his criticisms of other media is actually hypocritical and points directly to himself, his co-anchors on Fox. And that is what this particular ad points out by the Really American SuperPAC. It's called Tucker Dunks Trump. And what he tries to describe is the liberal media, but he actually describes his own network and his own coverage and his co-anchors coverage of President Trump. The way that they just take his arguments for granted and repeat whatever he says. So let's take a look at the video. And if you like independent media coverage, please do subscribe to this channel below.
Never in American history have politicians been more powerful than they are now. Effectively, they are gods.
I am the chosen one.
Western leaders told us that the virus was under control and was unlikely to cause serious problems for anyone in our hemisphere. None of that was true.
I'll tell you what, right now, I think it's under control.
So definitely many politicians claimed that things were going to be fine under coronavirus in the early days. But if you look at whoever maintained that stance for the longest, that is definitely President Trump, the Republicans, and Fox News.
News organizations exist to hold the powerful to account. Here we have the powerful acting with no accountability at all.
No, I don't take responsibility.
Fox does not hold Trump to
Media,
account
they are cheering
in their coverage.
Besotted fangirls.
God sent this president. He is a person of providence.
No abuse is too grotesque for them.
Fox pretty much worships Trump.
Reporters will do whatever they are told. They are all in.
Hydroxychloroquine.
They'll repeat every talking
does
point.
Not shock us anymore. Maybe that's because all of a sudden it's all around us.
Nobody disobeys my orders. Well, I have the ultimate authority.
So what to make of all of this? Well, it's long been considered out of bounds to question a person's patriotism. It's a very strong charge, and we try not ever to make it. But in the face of all of this, the conclusion...
So he's talking about questioning patriotism, but they purposely never question Trump's patriotism. And one glaring example of that is the Russian bounties on U.S. soldiers. There was never any attempt by the president to do anything about that or even acknowledge it, and Fox never criticized him about that, when all other news media did try to hold the president accountable. So Fox is disingenuous in its coverage. They leave out all kinds of points, and that's what makes the actual content propaganda. Now, I'm not saying that they're the only news agency that does propaganda. Obviously, that's a widespread thing. Agencies have their own agendas, but Fox does it in a very particular way and to an extreme.
Can't be avoided. These people actually hate America. There's no longer a question about that. And yet, paradoxically, at the same time, they desperately want to control America more than anything.
And really, he's describing, in a lot of ways, Fox News itself. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, and comment below.